Let's begin Wavetale. It's a cute little loading animation. Shout out to animators, by the way. You guys freaking kill it with how hard you work and don't get enough recognition. Animators absolutely bring charm to everything we do. And I just genuinely believe they don't get enough recognition for it. It's such a laborious process, too. I mean, less so if you're an expert at it, but like when you're trying to figure it out is very, very difficult. So, my hat's off to your talent and expertise for making all the lovely animations that get us through the various things we do. I've tried my hand at it a bit. I'm terrible at animating stuff. It's very satisfying when it comes out all right, but it's just so hard.
They say that the ocean is big. I wouldn't know. For me, it's always ended at the
Pretty.
horizon, where the water meets the fog. I wish I could see what's beyond that line. Beyond our island and the plaza. Grandma says that this is our haven. That the lighthouse keeps us safe.
Is that one fish really shiny?
But a part of me wants more. It's hard to imagine that this was a different world.
Oh, look at the seagull.
You could open your door, step outside, and just walk wherever you wanted to
So
go.
funny.
But
Such an
that
angry
fog,
face.
before the city sank. Before the dirty paws showed up and took everything
The
away
dirty
from us.
paws sank the city.
We still have a spectacular sunrise, though.
It's true.
I guess the paws couldn't find a way to deprive us of that.
Is it loud enough?
Ahoy, ladies!
Ladies, my bum. Things that need fixing, I presume.
Yeah. Thing
I'll turn it up.
over at the Sleepy Triplets. A leaking capacitor and something. They said you'd know.
It's broken again?
Is that better?
How does she manage? In my day, we knew how to care for our things.
Boy, Sigrid, there's some crab in the basket, too.
Hello, Mr. Bane.
Don't you have somewhere to be, Bane? We have work to do.
There's a crab in my basket.
Should be on my way. Fog's closing in. By the way, Doris, have you, talked to anyone lately?
Ooh, glasses.
I never talk to anyone now, do I?
They say the dirty paws have been seen by the plaza. I haven't spotted them myself, but
Is this your idea of a joke?
wish it was. Just be careful, will you?
I could look after myself before you were even born, Bane. Now scram! The air seems absolutely saturated with gloom. Ugh. We need more sparks if we plan to hold that fog back.
I'm
Whoa.
on it.
Remember, no
Oh,
fiddling with your
buffering
hands.
thing.
Only use the net,
Or they will burn my hands just as they always did Grandpa's. It's not my first time, Granny.
You can't live on old marriage, Shrimpy. I tell you that. Now what are you waiting for? Saw some sparks gathering on the beach earlier. Better check the fountain and Grandpa's memorial as well.
Got it.
Cool.
Always some that escape the lighthouse storage too. Don't let that go to waste.
It's very pretty. Oh, we've got like a cyber net? Did it go away and then appear? Oh, yeah, it like retracts. That's neat. Like a projection. I don't really understand how that works, but that's alright. It's a bit magical. Getting Jack and Daxter vibes. Those are good vibes. I should say off the top, this game is not super long, so set your expectations thusly. It's like I think like a three or 4 hour kind of game, more than a a long, massive experience. Think you're done now? There has to be more by the memorial. Yeah, I'm just poking around. It's okay. Oh, Plants are very gloopy. All the screenshots I saw of this in little trailers and videos and stuff, they look so pretty. It's got a very nice vibe. It's like super chill and relaxed feeling. The visuals are very pretty. The art style is charming. Seems like it's a very nice experience so far. Grandpa studied plants in such detail. I'm glad to have his illustrations. It almost feels like I've seen them for real. Oh, I see. Okay, we can spin the net to get a little extra hover distance. Can we grab on stuff? No. And she pulls her legs up so you can get over the edges. Actually get like a good second or so where you don't drop it all. Well, that one's a little too high. Oh. There we go. Hooray! I made it to the highest point. Yes, it's very pastel. I'm such a sucker for like an artistically cohesive game such as this. It does feel very coherent. Whoa. Guess I meant to get those.
Oh.
Oh. I came in the wrong way. I was meant to go up the stairs.
Found one.
Give it a good whack. That should lead the power.
Lighthouse done. Sparks, the fog is really close today.
There must be a reason. I'll take Anita and go investigate when we're done.
I thought you weren't gonna take her out before she's repainted.
Necessity knows no law, Siggy.
We have to repaint Anita. Imagine you could just do that. As a little kid, I would have been like, yeah, I should try that in case it works. Maybe I could just fly. Or at least hover for a while. Think of the distance I could get. You need a ticket, or you needed a ticket to get into the observatory. This looks like a Mega Man power capsule. Like I'm gonna get my Hadouken. Do another round by the fountain. Where's that? Oh, we've got like a slowdown. Can I throw this? Oh, I don't know what that is. I guess we get a power later or something that makes sense. Oh, there's some. Oh, is that? Oh, the Thunderful published Toge's, but it was a different developer that made Toge's. This is their development group under the Thunderful name. So it's two different developers, same publisher, as I understand. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Oh, press A again. Why did I not try that? I just assumed I didn't have a double jump for some reason. How silly of me. Could have gotten even higher. Oh, let's try over here. Whoa. You know, it actually reminds me a little bit of Slime Rancher. The color scheme, I guess.
By the fountain.
You didn't climb it, did you? That damages the stone finish.
Huh?
It's gonna be okay.
Never mind. Just trouble Iris used to cause as a kid.
Mom? Did she play here a lot?
Sigrid, I don't have time for chit-chat. Go get those sparks.
Okay. Sparks by the memorial. I see they're trying to introduce... Oh, that's the tower I just climbed, isn't it? They're trying to show me all the areas in this little island. Jelly catcher, Slime Rancher's cousin. You know, they did actually post that there's going to be a new island added to Slime Rancher in, I think they said early 2023. And it's going to be a frozen island, as I understand. They weren't really too specific beyond that, so I look forward to seeing whatever it ends up being. I really enjoy Slime Rancher.
Memorial. Hey, Grandma, why don't we have a stone for Mom?
Stones are for the dead.
But she's been gone for so...
What's with you today? Less talking, more sparkling.
Grandma doesn't want to talk about it. Yeah, I don't know if playing Slime Rancher 2 would be a huge problem to play early. It seems like all your progress will carry forward, and, you know, if you play too much of it, I guess you could just kind of put it on the back burner again. But I also understand completely, like, because I'm the same with Hades. I didn't really want to spoil the experience till it was all done and ready to go. So obviously it's your call to make. But I do think it's a pretty decent offering as far as early access goes. If that helps any. And I don't think you'll lose your progress, which is the other thing. Okay, I think over time you slowly drop faster. It just takes quite a while. And get a good amount of horizontality.
That's all for the beach, I think.
You're not going close to the water, are you?
Just to get the sparks.
I love the
wasn't-
water. What's wrong with that?
What can happen in those waters?
No, I
There's
don't.
a reason people don't go swimming, you know. More than a few feet down and...
I know.
What? No, I don't know, though. Tell me, I need to know. Oh, there's a book. Book. A feather from Steven, Mr. Bane Seagull. Oh, his name is Steven. He's a steady glider in the air when he wants to. He's become way too lazy since Bane started taking care of him. Guess he got comfortable. Not me. I'm tired of being taken care of. Return to Grandma. Sometimes you just gotta do that, right? I think you still, like, slide... You keep a little bit of forward momentum. Oh, I see. Okay, so we could probably do, like, a cast in the air, and that just lets you time it better. That's kind of cool.
That should do it. With that fog coming, we sure need all the power we can get.
Grandma, what was that about the dirty paws?
I wish you'd never have to live in a world where that scum still existed.
Are they really back?
If they are, we better be ready to batten down the hatches.
Batten.
I don't like the look of that. The lighthouse beams should have pushed it away already. Why won't it?
Batten that too.
Grandma, Mr. Bane!
Oh no, Mr. Bane! And Steven!
Sigrid, take cover!
And Lion! No, that's the worst thing you can do. Oh. Whoa. There's like a spirit of the forest living in the water. That's unexpected. And probably not forest, because, like, it's the water, but, you know. Somebody covered in tentacles that look like vines. Oh, they gooped up my island! That was the only nice island! How could they do this? The center of the island looks like a bong. Oh, is that them there? Might be. What? Very expressive eyes. Looks like a Pokemon on the top. Huh. You want me to walk on your feet? Is that what you're saying? Cool. That's a very cool idea. I'm not sure I've ever seen that done before. That can't be possible. I must have. Oh. Oh my gosh. So I just have, like, a dark reflection of myself in the water? And now I can just walk on the water? That's so cool. All right. Oh, and I can fly. And slide, rather. That's fun.
Grandma! Grandma, can you hear me? I'm coming!
It controls really well, too. It does exactly what I expect it to do. I feel like I'm surfing. Whoa. Oh, no, okay. I didn't expect it to do that, actually. Trust me to get myself locked under a dock in the first second. All right, there we go. Oh, what are you? Nasty head crab ticks. I'm gonna take all your lightning bolts, you know that? All right. Oh, what's this?
No, Iris, wait!
What?
Are you hurt?
Hey, Devochka.
I saw, and there was... Oh, this is not good. Not good at all. If this is what the paws are up to, then... You look all pale, girl.
Oh, it's just... there's something...
Is it Anita? Did she capsize?
It's not the boat. Just come see.
Yeah, there's...
Stay back,
I have like a
child.
shadow
I'll get the
form now.
whole boat.
It's not dangerous. It helped me save you.
Helped you?
Yeah, like... Just watch.
Sigrid, are you out of your mind?
We need more sparks, Grandma.
Obviously, Grandma, we
I
need
can go
sparks.
get them.
Absolutely not.
Grandma.
It won't hurt me, I promise. And technically, I'm not in the water, I'm just on it. We don't have a choice.
Have it your way, girl. But don't get used to it.
In a game full of boats, for them to let me just walk on top of the water was very unexpected.
Mackerel. I wonder what happened to Bane. Tread carefully.
This is a cool
Are
touch.
you even?
Are we supposed to do more over here? Oh,
I mean, you
by
came
the
at the same
crane.
time as those monsters.
Oh, look at this. Okay. Focus, unpin. We got a little bit of map action. You go over to this.
From where?
They're also marked on my map, so I really can't get too lost. Well, I know that I'm only like 10 minutes into the game, but I am very thoroughly impressed by this so far. Every aspect of this design seems to work really well together. The visuals, the audio, controls, it's all... Everybody's firing on all the cylinders. We can press and hold right trigger to surf faster. Okay, I will do that. I can just ride her like a surfboard. Interesting. I was wondering how I would move like this, because I saw her doing this in the trailer, and I was like, how can she just glide over the water? But now we know. And you know what? They introduced it with exactly the right amount of exposition. We didn't go into, like, an hour's worth of backstory and chatting about our day and, like, all sorts of stuff that really I have no investment in. It was just the right amount of flavor to get us interested in the characters, and there's very few of them so far, so it's easy to keep up. Generators can be used to power devices connected to them. There's X to start the generator. Oh, and then the killer comes and gets you, right? They hook you in the center. Whenever generators exist. Oh, cool.
There's a bunch of sparklings
Whoa,
over here.
pretty.
Those little sticklebacks won't work for machinery
Freaking
like this.
sticklebacks.
Only good for pocket change.
I don't mind a stickleback. Spark cables light up when powered. Follow them to see where the energy leads. It always leads to adventure, I know that much. Switches are used to send power onward, and also to play Nintendo games sometimes. Press X to flip the switch. Snap. Oh, I flipped the switch. Oh, right bumper to pull yourself to hard-to-reach places. Look at me go. I didn't even know I could do that. I have so many powers. Got any of those sticklebacks? Hold A will airborne to glide. You betcha. Just making sure there's nothing over here. I have done a little of this already. You might remember. Okay, crane done. Get craned on.
All done on your end, Six?
Not
This
quite,
is so pretty.
Don't buy green bananas.
What's that? Bananas? Why would I want bananas?
It means we shouldn't plan too far ahead.
Do you even know what a banana is?
Just something.
Does
I heard
anyone
Ames
really
say
know what a
once.
banana is?
What's the matter with you? Rambling about fruit. Are you quite all right?
Not
Well, better
sure I'm
get
meant to be
this
there.
mess we're in straightened out before you go bananas.
Can you imagine how fun it would be if you could actually move around like this in real life? An entirely different existence. You have a fluid-based city. Tubes everywhere. Open-faced tubes. Sticklebacks! I'll take those. Then I want to go to the clock tower. Yeah, we could just walk to Japan. How fun would that be? We could all go on a freaking trip walking over to Japan. Oh. None of that. Oh, I got. Who's this? Oh, it's Asta. Whoa, that was the most... That was mother floundering intense. Oh, hello. I thought I saw someone running on the water, but I figured you were just part of whatever it was I saw in there. Oh yeah, it's a bit of an unusual means of traveling, I suppose. Well, I'm a surfer myself, so at least understand the freedom of waves. Whoa, is that a spark net? If you're looking for sparks, I saw a juicy one. Climb the tower before... Or saw a juicy one climb the tower before the wave hit. You should be able to snatch it. Just find something to grapple and use the net to give yourself a lift. Yeah, I'm a big net grappler. Spend a lot of time on that. Night Orchard. Oh, just a stamp, I guess. There we go. Oh, fun. We can Prince of Persia. I think... Am I wrong? When I jumped up this first platform... No, maybe not. I thought it sort of aim-assisted me onto the platform so I didn't overshoot the jump. But it only felt like it did that the one time. I think you just lose all forward momentum when you let off the stick, which is fine. That's the way it probably should be. Cool. Wow, the movement's super good in this. Is that it? Yeah, we go to the Ferris wheel now. I like, too, that you don't always lean into movement. You actually have to hold right trigger to lean forward. It feels kind of nice, like you're in more control over it, even though it, you know, doesn't really matter. They could have just made it where if you hold forward all the way, then you lean. But I kind of like that you put some pressure on it to go. Very nice reflection. Stickleback. I always go right under the docks. Oh man, it's huge. You could fit so many people. It's like each one is a pavilion. How do I traverse here? Oh. Didn't see the grapple point. Also, you can grapple from ages away. I'll give them this, like, it works really well what they did with the movement. I don't think it's gonna be a super challenging game necessarily, but that's fine. Although there is potential for there to be movement tech involved with this, I think it's kind of very directly press button to advance. It's not like a gamer's game in that way. It's more of an enjoyable sights and sounds experience than a technical dexterity-driven thing. But you know me, I like both. That buffering seems to happen every so often, huh? Oh, right. Should get rid of this. Nasty stuff. Get out of here. This is my island. Big blobs of goo. Oh my god, they're everywhere. I can't even delete that one. It's too big. Can't delete that one either. Oh, and it looks like your health just regenerates automatically, too. Maybe we'll get another way to deal with those later. Okay. Let's go fill up the spark tank, then. Gonna need a bigger net. Thought maybe I could get in there. Oh. Ah, yes. I remember this. Whoa. Turned off the darkness. I appreciate that the walking animation seems to map properly to the distance the character travels each step. Yeah, it's a silly but important thing that also bugs me a little bit when it doesn't work out that way. So they think that they can... Well, some developers think that it's fine to just sort of accelerate faster sometimes than others, and then the map, the footstep doesn't really work. It's kind of important, I think, to keep that ratio in mind. Looks like we pushed the gloom away from the plaza. Oh, so it wasn't actually night, it was just the gloom. But not much further. We'll need more power to free the rest of the islands. Huh. Those fancy plaza folks should have more sparks, so let's head over there. Now, you better keep up. I'm not gonna let you slow me down. You mean I can come? Don't push it, kid. If I had the knees for it, I'd do this myself. Now you're my knees. My niece. And you must follow my orders. Press A to become knees. I am knees now. Is that a bird? Oh, no, it's a spyglass, isn't it? Oh. Grandma, are we getting on here? I'm well ahead of you. Oh, okay. Yep. Off we go. I guess that is my designated spot to stand. It's a Wavetale on my knees. Press A to start charge jump. Oh. Wait, what? I didn't know I had that. There's so much movement tech. It's also very nice that it keeps you centered over this. It's about time achievement. Yes! Oh, that's awesome!
Grandma! Mr. Bane!
Mr. Bane! Oh, he's fine. I hope so. I missed the first line. Sorry, I probably pressed the button twice by accident. I saw some people in there. Thought it was on my beam ends. I was on my beam ends, that the gloom had driven me mad. But you're here, you saved me. I want to give you something as a thanks. Come with me. I don't know where Grandma's gone. Oh, she's waiting for me. Okay. How do pirates measure distance? In yards. Not too bad, eh? I want to shop. Lovely. Classic outfit. Natural hair color. No hat. Just a cap. Kelp wreath. Leopard print. Gingham. Checkered. Polka dot. Or flower power. I have 23. Oh, I thought we were spending these on restoring our world. Rainbow. I want a rainbow. Oh, that's good. Actually, I want zigzag even more. Fishing hat. Flames. Paisley, tie-dye, scales, gas mask, and fuzzy ears. All just like Kiriko. Fiery hair dye. Rust assured hair dye. Green kelp. Faded gloom, and coral-tastic. Rain protector, ahoy cap, juicy hat, and an artist hat. I want to get the zigzags. That's my favorite. It's very bright, I know. Oh, I see. Okay, they're separated into categories as well. I just went through the everything category.
Yeah.
Swing by again whenever you have time. Music's so good. Reach the plaza. I want to go back to the boat. Oh, that's so nice. If you have enough downward momentum, you'll actually skim under the waves as well. I assume you saw that.
Blooming storms, girl. Just get on the boat.
Grandma, it's harmless.
I just like playing with my mermaid.
I don't care if it's harmless. Ocean, Sigrid. It's not normal. Just get up on deck and...
Did you see Mom in that gloom?
I told you to...
I heard you say your name.
If you say one more word while standing on that thing...
Whoa! Whoa, what's that? Oh, crap, I missed. I didn't actually realize I could miss. Oh, that means I gotta start that again, doesn't it? Whoa. This is the kind of fluidity that I was hoping we would experience in Sonic Frontiers. I know, a very strange comparison to make, but since it is still on people's minds, I think they really nailed that feeling of momentum. And I feel like I'm still in control of my character, and the camera isn't terrible. Which is a lot to ask, I know, it is. It's genuinely a lot.
You know, sometimes I just wish that Granny would accept that things have changed. This is what we're stuck with, right? Some days it's not all that bad. Crab to eat, wings to watch.
Crab to eat.
I'm just saying, we might as well make the most of it. But not Granny.
Crabs
oh,
like to
no.
pinch.
Everything worth doing was apparently done better back in the good old
Oh, I remember
days.
those.
She just keeps rubbing it in, you know? When we had the dandelion, before before the war, when your grandfather was still alive, blah, blah, blah. The war happened. Grandpa is dead. Sometimes she makes me feel like my future is already in the past.
But you know, all that really is she just misses him, and she misses when it was her time. So I understand both sides to that perspective. But it's not easy either. Maybe Granny wants to be flinging herself around the ocean like this, but her knees hurt now.
It's really them.
What is that?
The flying barge. The dirty paws trump card during the war. We'll discuss that seal of yours more later. Time to speed up.
That seal of yours. I don't know what it even is. Like a wraith or something, or... a mermaid? I don't know if you noticed that, but I actually had vertical air control there. If I hold right trigger, I'll dive straight down, and you can actually make some pretty sweet moves off of that. This particular formulation of controls and movement, and the way that they've strung the level design together is really well done. The Plaza. Oh, it reminds me of Hyde's Tower of Flame over here. Hyda? You know, I never figured it out. I've always said Hyde's. Hello? Roaring Rapids, where is everyone? Gone, swept away by that gruesome gloom. And it took your power too? It did. I'm trying to fix it, but it just won't work. Can't even enter the towers, they're all locked up. Everyone left in this world are incompetent fools. So you see if you can find some sparks around the area. I'll work some wire magic, see if we can power up the towers. The Tower of Power. You know, with these framed arches and the brickwork, I don't think it's just my imagination. Maybe there's a little bit of Hyde's Tower of Flame in this. It's got a similar vibe, right? Today's stream is going to be sort of intentionally short. I may stop in about another half hour, actually. And then it's kind of up to you whether you want me to play the rest of it tomorrow. I don't even think it's going to be a full stream if I were to finish it tomorrow, because as I said, it's not a super long game. I also just don't really want to spoil the whole game. I think it's very good, and I would definitely recommend people pick it up. But yeah, it was meant to be a sort of a preview for today. But I am enjoying it very much, and I would have no problem playing the rest of it as well.
Stone guy.
That guy is Dr. Thelonious. I sure hope I've taught you well enough to know about him.
Oh, of course. He discovered Weavrock.
And it's
Weavrock,
mind you. His work turned a small fishing village into a metropolis.
How sad that his life's work ended up like this.
Oh, there's Dr. Thelonious. Wow. Quite the pose, though. The man who discovered everything? It feels like Sparks, Gloom, Weavrock, all of it. He even has his own day. It's not as big as it used to be, but Grandma always shoots up some sparks straight into the sky from the lighthouse. What a badass. Hey, any Mega Man fans here? Do you know if Dr. Light is looked upon as a celebrity? Or if, like, the Robot Wars are even a thing in the major, like, in the world? Or is it, like, only parts of the world care or know about that? I'm looking for some deep Mega Man lore that I've always wondered about. I've been a Mega Man fan from the beginning, but I also have never really paid super close attention to the story. I don't think it matters very much. It's a very mechanically focused game for me. You know, the Robot Wars. The Dr. Wily makes 8 robot masters, and Mega Man fights them, and you know, we kind of just go back and forth like that, and sometimes Dr. Wily makes a bigger move, like poisoning everyone, or, you know, stuff like that. Yes, I've heard that this is an old Stadia game, and then the publisher was quite happy that we were able to get this, or the developer and the publisher, I suppose, were quite happy we could get this away from Stadia, since Stadia is now, unfortunately, a dead platform. I'm quite happy about it as well, because it's very good. It is theorized that Dr. Light is kind of a politician due to the Robot Wars. Huh. Yeah, see, I could never really understand the scope of it all, whether or not it was just localized or everyone cared about this. I mean, obviously it affects the people in direct proximity a lot more than the rest of the world, but maybe it's a problem everywhere. Stadia's death was kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy, wasn't it? I don't know, it didn't necessarily have to be. Well, as you know, I was actually someone who bought one. I thought the controller was quite nice, actually. But the only game that I had for it was Guilt, which I tried playing, actually, and it seemed like a decent game. But I'm not sure that it was best served being played through cloud gaming, because, like, it was really laggy and the audio kept desyncing and stuff. I kept thinking that was a spark, it's just a lever. You know, I wasn't, like, rooting for Stadia to fail or anything. I actually was surprised that it worked as well as it did, although I'm not saying it worked perfectly. I was a little surprised that it, like, worked at all. I thought it was going to be unplayably bad for a lot of things. The thing that I tried first when I got it was Destiny. I think they gave it to everybody as a gift or something like that. And it was playable. It was just not ideal. You know, being that I had and have a computer, as well as, at the time, a PlayStation 4 that I could run it off of, like, that was obviously the better call. But if you don't have those things, you know, Stadia was cheaper, and, I mean, it pretty much worked. So, I don't want to be all doom and gloom about it. I'm glad that it's some of the games that were locked on that platform are now finding homes in more accessible locations. But it is unfortunate. Yeah, I would say for anything that is not an FPS, Stadia would have probably been totally fine. Although, as I said, I tried playing Guilt, which was a sort of third-person adventure horror game, and that was pretty rough. The desync and kind of latency problem as you would move around was not the best. Okay, I think we're actually done here. Oh, right, we're supposed to take the chute. Wait, we're supposed to get the chute in. This is an in chute only. Okay, I see. I also wondered, though, since I played that very late in the platform existing, like, I played that in October, probably, of this year, when I heard that Stadia was dying. Maybe they've already taken some of the server resources away or something. Like, it just seemed like it was running worse than I would have even thought it would. How would you describe this music? Whimsical and cheerful, with contemplative notes underneath. Oh, Sparks, it felt like I was sleeping and had a really strange dream. Classic Juco. Did you see where my brother Terry went? We were on our way to get some string to make fishing nets. I heard a scream through the gloom, so I'm worried. Could you find him for me, please? Of course. Obviously, I will do that for you, my friend. I played Bloodborne on PS Now for PC last year, and the latency and graphical artifacts were kind of annoying. Yeah, see, I would describe how I played Destiny as kind of annoying, but when I played Guilt, it was worse than kind of annoying. It was, like, bordering on, this is very frustrating. The sound just would keep cutting out and then you'd turn your character, and then the camera would, like, not quite move when you move it and all that. And then you had to actually, like, dodge stealth stuff in the game, so having there be, like, a big latency on the controls was not good. But when I played Destiny, it was just, like, a slight hitch compared to just playing it normally. If you were to turn your camera to the right, and normally it would move the second you move it, this was like, it would move just after you move it, like a millisecond, maybe 100 milliseconds after you move it. Which is pretty impressive, considering what it's doing. I mean, I don't think it's literally possible to make it happen in actual real time. So it's about as close as you could have asked for. I missed the elevator. Crap. And, Google's meant to give me a full refund on it, so... Hey, I guess I win? Yeah, that was meant to happen. I guess my payment information was not correct in there, so I might have to sort that out, but... Yeah, they were just gonna give me an entire refund on the game I bought and on the Stadia itself. Which is very generous, actually, of them to do. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, maybe I should have expected that, and this is the state of the world now, that we don't expect things, but... it was nice. What if you could cloud stream from your PC to your monitor? Just, like, not have an HDMI cable, you mean? Is that what you mean? The full refund on Stadia is the craziest move. Right? It's not expected, right? Would you have thought they would do that? They might have refunded you in Google Play, and then the refund probably has already lapsed. I gotta look into it. They only just sent me an email a couple days ago, so I gotta see what happened there. I mean, I was expecting nothing, so, you know, at the worst, I know I got the game refunded anyway. I'll be fine. It was just a nice surprise. Did Stadia have a subscription process? It was, there were two ways to go about it, I think, right? There was the main way, which is you buy all the games yourself, and then I think they had, like, a sort of curated group of games that you could subscribe to, I think. I didn't do that, so I'm not 100% sure if that's right. I only just bought Guilt. That was the only game I bought. We saw something odd in the water, you see, and wanted to deal with it, but then... Bam! A tall wave of gloom hit us. You look like Finn from Adventure Time a little bit with, like, wild eye. Did you see it too? That monster? Juku and I, we're gonna catch it. We need 3 big balls of string to make a net. Can you help us? You betcha. Can I play God of War Ragnarok streaming over PS Now? I joke, but actually that might be a thing? I don't know. That would be an interesting way to make it not that big a deal if you don't have a PS5. Although you can also buy it on PS4, I'm aware of that. I still haven't even watched the Digital Foundry video on the specs, because or the way that it came out. I didn't want anything spoiled about the game, to be honest. Did I lever that already? I must have, yeah. Probably have to wait. It's just on share play, okay. That's fine. As I said, I could have already bought it on PS4 and played it on Lynn's, but I wanted the ideal experience, so I'm making myself wait until my PS5 arrives. At least I suppose it'll be the ideal experience. I can't imagine it would be worse. But stranger things have happened, I suppose. I heard Returnal is asking for 32 gigs of RAM in PCs? That's nutty. What about Returnal needs 32 gigs of RAM? Thank you for your help, says Terry. When the history books mention Juko and me saving the city, I'll make sure they also mention your contribution. Thanks, Terry. That's very nice of you. Also, your armor is freaking wild. You got a freaking shoulder spike like a nightmare from Soul Calibur. If I remember, did you perhaps see Asta on your way here? She surfs around the whole of Strandville. Maybe you passed her? I'm not into Asta, if that's what you're thinking. Absolutely not. Not at all. Not one tiny bit. Just, no, I don't want to talk about it. Glad to clear that up. Rip the moth, Aria the Moth, imagine Returnal was a crypto miner. What a wacky thing that would be. Where's the next? There. First PS5 exclusive to come to PC. Possibly can't rely on direct storage. Oh, is that what it is? They're just caching like the whole game in such a way that it never has to load, so you get the same experience. So the solution is to load the whole game into RAM. I
Maybe you're
guess.
some kind of sea creature?
The Shadow.
When I was a kid, I always wanted a pet. I tried keeping an eel in a barrel once.
Eel in a
Freaked
barrel?
Grandma right out of her socks. She was all like, eels are no pets, eels are meals.
Eels on wheels. I think eels could be a good friend. They're very smart, you know. I know this is a bit maybe mean to say, but I didn't find Returnal to be that graphically impressive. I'm not saying it was a bad-looking game, but it definitely didn't shout, like, next-gen or anything to me. And I know that's a stupid thing, like a bad metric to look at things in anyway. It doesn't matter at all. I'm just saying I was surprised to see such specs off it. It was a competent-looking game, I suppose, but everything kind of distilled down into, like, physics dreadlocks. There were just physics dreadlocks everywhere in every single enemy, and they kind of looked a little samey to me. Also a very dark game for the most part. Oh, I guess the first area more so. I don't know, I got a lot of gripes about Returnal. I wanted to like that game, but it really made it difficult. I do think coming to PC, though, is going to help a lot. As I said last time, the biggest issue I had overall were the controls, and it being a very technically demanding third-person shooter, but having to play on controller, which I don't know if you could play it. Could you plug a mouse and keyboard and play it that way? That would be actually really cool if you could, but I don't know if you could. That really hampered me being able to play it, because I'm quite bad on controller compared to PC. My dad had an eel, and we kept... Oh, and he had to keep stuff on top of the aquarium, and he'd get out when it was bored. That's eels for you. They're smart. They know what's up. That is a silly eel. I agree. Hey, how did Risk of Rain 2 turn out? I haven't played it since it was in very early access. And I think it's been several years now. I should probably go back and try it again. I know that the developer got bought. Whee! Sylvester. That's a good name. I'm sure that the eel appreciated that name. Eels always appreciate everything. Because they're smart. They know that life's too short to be stressed out. Not like humans, we don't know that at all. Easily one of my favorite games, also great multiplayer. Okay, that's good to hear. I might have to throw a day of that into the week's docket then, because I would like to try it. I basically have no progress on it, because I don't remember what I did the day that I played it before. I believe I have done the spark tank stuff. Do I need to go back to the other brother, or Also, what's in here? Little islands all over. Got 114. Oh, it's like a little shop. I wonder what that little buffering is every so often. Cabbage vendor? I wonder just if the buffering glitchy sound is just on my setup, or if that's just like a known problem that the game has or what. It's really not a big deal or anything, it's just the only little blemish that I've seen really about the production. I would say this game is very well made. And I'm not saying that this precludes that because there's a little glitchy sound it is suddenly not well made. It's just one little tiny little mark on it is all. Or maybe it's not even a mark because it's just on mine. Bet it wouldn't buffer like that if you had 32 gigs of RAM. I have 16 in this one. Is that not enough either? Might not be the right kind of RAM. Actually, genuinely, I could use like a CPU replacement in this by now, I'd say. Actually forget which one I've got in it now. Took your sweet time. Well, this should do. The unlocks are not good in Risk of Rain 2. Okay. Oh no. His Galana power is being redirected to the old rig field. Oh. Well, the mayor, he went there when the Pauls were first spotted. I haven't heard from him since Gloom closed us in. Mayor Cloud, huh? No choice but to follow in his footsteps, then. Are there any functional sparkcasters around? That might get us through the Gloom. Only the one, I think, up in the towers. Of course it's in a high tower. Ziggy, this one's on you, Sparkcaster. Find it. Go, go. Sure, I'll just do everything. I wonder if there are CPUs that I could get for this to upgrade it that would work fine with this motherboard and still be like a nice incremental upgrade. Because I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be able to handle the newest, hottest, whatever else. But I also don't really know what would be the right choice. Oh. Seems to be an invisible wall there. Okay, well I can get it from that side. Give me a sec, I have to check, because I do not remember. We're on Windows 10 Pro, and running a i7 7700K with 16 gigs of RAM, and at the moment we've got a 980 Ti GPU in. I don't think I could tell you what the motherboard is off the top of my head, though. That I'd have to look into a bit. Oh dear, what happened to me? It all went black, and then... Who are you? Oh, I'm Sigrid, Doris's granddaughter? Doris, haven't seen her in a long time. What's she been up to the last 15 years? She's been keeping busy. Am I wrong in assuming you came here without the help of a boat? Most peculiar. I'm not going to ask about it since it's not my business, but maybe you could help me? I was looking for some things for my son when the gloom hit. He's busy working in the spark transmitter, you see, and sent me to collect 4 hammers, one for each of our hands, to speed up the process. Is that how hammers work? Is that really practical? Oh, I'm no handyman myself. I'm sure he knows what he's doing. Could you please help me? 4 hammers. You got it. You got any hammers here? You got spark anyway, that's what I'm interested. Oh, there's a hammer. Wow. Game just gave me that one. I didn't realize the hammers would all just be like right here. Was that enough information that I gave you to be able to prognosticate what a good replacement might be? Looks like that CPU supports FCLGA 1151 socket, so it could narrow down your motherboard. I could also just, like, figure it out, like... I just have to check into some things is all. Just can't do it right now. Ever heard the phrase, dumb as a box of hammers? Yes, it's a good phrase. For some reason, hammers really do strike me as not highly intelligent. They're just... they're good for hitting stuff, really, that's about all. And pulling stuff on occasion. You should be able to have room to upgrade. Oh, good. Yeah, I think that would be nice to get a little bit of extra longevity out of Lynn's PC. I'm sure she would appreciate that. Although, to be fair, we don't run into too many issues right now. It's just, a lot of it is to do with streaming, really, which is not really her deal anyway. But I can imagine that we're probably getting pretty close to the point where it will start to matter more. As I said a dozen times, I am absolutely gobsmacked at how strong the 980 Ti has been. That card is from, what did I say, like 2016 or something like that, and it's still kicking ass and taking names to this day. I can still run new games on it, and it mostly is fine. Did I get all the hammers? Oh yeah, we just gotta give them back. But we're also getting a spark caster, as I understand. You're a fan of the highly regional, couldn't scratch his ass without a bag of turtle... Oh my god. The heck's a turtle hook? You fishing for turtles? I never really got having a turtle as a pet. They seem so uninterested in absolutely anything. But maybe I've just never met a turtle that liked me or something. Maybe that's just part of having reptiles. It's just kind of the life that reptiles choose. Which is, you know, their life to have. I don't know why I'm climbing up here. I just felt like it. Seems we can get quite high up. Oh, crap. I don't want to go out of bounds, though. Oh. There's actually more? Am I supposed to be up here? Oh, I missed. I thought maybe that was a switch or something. I think I'm meant to, like, power up these and then climb up them. I just did it out of order, which is usually what I do. Just everything out of order. Oh, paper clips over there. There's a book. The hell of a climb. There we go. Oh, hello. Cough, cough. Patricia, Lucas? Oh, my family. They were right here. I'm sure they were. What happened? I heard the Dirty Paws were back. We need to defend ourselves, just like Mayor Clown says. So I went to get my axe to protect us. Looks like it won't be possible for me to get it now. Oceans, I've lost so much already, and Clown says my contribution is essential to his community. Do you think you can help, please? I just don't know what to do anymore. Okay, I'm finding so many little tasks to complete. Find the axe, return the items, reach the bridge controls, find the spark caster. Sounds like an entire point-for-point recreation of a Star Wars film. Actually, I didn't realize how much faster I could climb once those are powered. So that's good. Oh. What a great soundtrack. Is that the same bridge as the other one? Did we just move it? Oh, I guess we're at the top already. Wow, that was fast. Goes to show when you can grapple up stuff, how much faster it goes. Oh, it's not the same one. Okay, run. Jack's the axe. Must have so many sparks now. I think this is a really nice, like, chill platformer for people who maybe don't love super technical ones. I hesitate to use the word casual because I feel like that comes with all kinds of baggage. I don't think there's a problem with using the word either, by the way, but I know some folks think of it as being beneath them to play a casual game. But I like that the slant of the difficulty here is meant to be on the easier side, I'd say. There is what feels to be somewhat of a technical movement possibility to it, but yet we're mostly using it for pretty accessible stuff. And it's nice because even though there might not be super challenging things to do with it, you can still have fun moving around. Oh, so many tins. Am I done here? I didn't find the spark caster. There's a bunch more enemies. Okay, we'll get them. That one have a crown? Oh, it's extra hard. Gotcha! I think I saw a grabbable on the second floor. Oh yeah, I think I probably rushed right past it. Oh, wait, I don't have access to the outer areas, do I? So there's like a kind of a hidden enclave within this area. Where did I see it? Or was it outside? Can't tell if there's something right there. Oh, I can probably just grapple up to that. Oops. Yep. Oh, there's even more over there. I love that deep bass underneath. There's layers. It's a bright soundtrack, but then it's also got some depth underneath it, which is so nice. I guess it kind of mirrors the gameplay in a way. Can I reach that? That's too far. No grapple there. Need to come from this side, I guess. Still kind of looks a bit far, but maybe we can. Yeah, we can make it. Snag. Right, so... Oh, it's still got another point of interest here. Where is it saying? It's saying it's like up there? I'm confused. The marker on the map seems to say that it's 219 in that direction. But it's not, though. It seems to be, like, hanging in the air somewhere here. Not sure what that is. Oh. Oh, that's 4 hammers you have there. Morris will be so happy. It's lucky he's more practical than me. However, if you need any advice on your financial investments, I'm your guy. Perfect. I do. And then we need to find the spark caster, which I don't have a clue where that is. Is it there? Or is this the same thing that I've been looking for already? I guess, could it be... Oh, it's probably way the hell above me, that's why. I forgot there were bridges way up there. And I just need to get inside then. Oh. And that's quite satisfying. So it says it's 90. Oh, it's there. Where? It must be there. It has to be there. I just don't understand what the map compass thing is doing. Ah! How do we get up? Like I'm climbing the tower at the beginning of Crackdown. Oh. It's just massively open on the inside. Okay. Hang on. Stuff here. Grandma says it's a waste using metal to keep papers together. She's found so many uses for these little clips, including unlocking my door from the outside. A pamphlet about the new and revolutionary energy source. Sparks aren't news now, but they were then. The dandelion plant really made Strandville a success story. It's a Strand game? But maybe that's why the Dirty Paws targeted during the war. There's a number printed on this. Looks like one of those currency tickets Grandma described from her youth. A bill, I think? How did people trade with symbolic paper instead of sparks? It's a huge mystery. We'll never know. Yeah, Grandma does not seem to care much for privacy. Grandma knows what's best. Grandma, why do you have the authority to know what's best? Because you have experience? Or because you're nosy? Don't be like that, Grandma. Boink. Oh, we're really getting up here. Think they got even higher towers than this? Not much else above. Too bad I can't break the boxes. Ah, that's where we're headed. A place so high I couldn't even understand it was there. Whee! I guess I could have grappled onto that too. Whoa. I can't believe animals this big existed. It must have been 3 times as tall as Mayor Clout. That's a really tall thing. Is this Death Stranding 2? Oh, that's coming soon. We're calling it DS2, by the way, just to make sure we confuse it with Dark Souls and Dead Space. And Darksiders. Oh, is that Mayor Clout? Oh, it's Cordelia. Roaring Rapids, where am I? Who are you? I'm Sigrid, and you are? Mrs. Clout, at your service. Ah, Clout, like the mayor. That's correct, darling. He's my precious little boy. You must know this place, then. I'm looking for something called a spark caster. I needed to get rid of the rig field to find, well, your son. Really, you'll save him from the gloom. If we can make it to the rig field, yeah. Well, the caster's right here. They're remnants from the war, you know. Used to protect us from the paws. Please find my son. He went out there to protect his people. He needs someone to protect him as well. Where? Out here? Whoa. Yeah, get it. There you have it. Rigfield East. Please find Clemens for me, girl. He's all I have left. But be careful. There have been sightings of a giant shadow under the water surface. And I've seen enough in my life not to wave that off as nonsense. I see. Just noticed the elevator's out of order. How in Sparks' name did you even get up here? I wish I was that capable when I was young. Oh, I'm sure you were. Perhaps, but more in a numbers way. Had a briefcase, a high salary, these kind of things. But after the city sank and my family business went under, my collected data and knowledge of interest rates weren't valuable anymore, nor my money. I miss my briefcase, though. It was a pretty one, had a nice handle. I've never owned a briefcase in my life. Is that weird? Do most people have a briefcase? I've had several portfolios. Maybe some people haven't had those, so that's like the swings and roundabouts angle for it. Oh, this is one of those I'm not standing on the ground spaces. I see. Yeah, don't stand there, I guess. How do you feel about Justin Roiland humor? As time goes on, I've become less and less interested in it, to be fair. Yeah, I saw the High on Life trailers and gameplay footage and things, and it's basically just like, it's Rick and Morty as a gun. And he just doesn't stop talking. Not to be too dismissive, but I found it incredibly annoying, like in a very short amount of time. That being said, if there was a demo, I would probably give it a go anyway, just to see how it plays. But yeah, I think I could kind of get an idea of it just from watching some footage. Yeah, so I'm not gonna deny Borderlands can also feel much the same way at times. You're right. Oh, I almost missed that. I know you cap it, but you know, there's a kernel of truth in there. Bought a briefcase just to use it as a joke prop. That's about the extent of its existence. Fair enough. It's on Game Pass. I do not have Game Pass, unfortunately. But I wouldn't mind having it again if I could get a hold on that €3 for 3 months deal again. That was an excellent deal, I would say. But thank you for the tip. Good to know. Well, I could go on to the oil field, or, sorry, the rig area, whatever they were calling it. Seems like that's our way forward over there. We never found Jack's axe, by the way. Rig field, there it is. And then there's potentially other areas to go to as well. But as I said, I wanted to keep this fairly short today. I mostly just wanted to show this off in brief and get a first impressions idea of it. It's very good. Wavetale, I mean. I would recommend this game easily. It's a nice kind of chill platformer without too much pressure or stress involved, with a gorgeous art style, great music, kind of a colorful world building scenario without it being too over the top in terms of like exposition and stuff. A nice balanced pacing, good controls, fun combat. I mean, it's fairly easy combat, but it's fun anyway. And surprisingly agile main character. Like, there's a lot of tech you can do to move around. I would say I recommend it. The only perhaps caveat would be that it's not a very long game, and you'll probably finish it in either 1 or 2 sittings, as I understand it. I don't see that as any disqualifying aspect at all, but, you know, just so you know. Maybe it doesn't overstay its welcome, and sometimes that's a good thing. And I know a lot of folks are actually looking for games that are more bite-sized like that maybe they can finish in 1 or 2 sittings rather than, you know, it's the next giant open-world sandbox that takes you 50 hours or more to complete. Honestly, 50 hours isn't even that many in the scheme of things compared to some games now. I can see the price point being a bit painful for that length for some. Yes, of course. Well, regardless, maybe just something to put on your wish list, even if it's not the right price point for you at the moment. But I do think that given the value they've put in, you know, production-wise, seems like it's a very high-quality game. I can see that it's a pretty fair price in my estimation. And there is a demo as well if you'd like to try it out yourself. Feel what the movement feels like and such, because it is quite nice feeling. And I guess I'll dive off of this enormous tower. High dive! That's fun. I could even see them leaning even harder into the movement stuff in the ocean. Having more of these, like, rails and grapple things to do. You can just very easily and fluidly just move around, just straight up those. Anyway, I don't know why I'm up here. I don't need to be up here, but yeah. Wavetale. I think that's good. I don't know when the last checkpoint was, but presume it was reasonably near. It was a cool game. Thank you for watching it.